Cathie Wood, the chief of New York-based ARK Investment Management, recently spoke to CNBC and defended her growth-focused portfolio that has been the subject of short-selling attempts in recent weeks. She dismissed the notion that there was a technology bubble dominating the stock market, stressing that the market could not be further away from a bubble. In this video, which is based on research by the investment website Insider Monkey, we'll review the 10 stocks that Cathie Wood is doubling down on right now. These are the 10 stocks which the investment portfolio of ARK Investment Management has increased them the most at the end of the second quarter of 2021 in comparison to the end of the previous quarter, that is first quarter of 2021. What's more, data from 873 funds tracked by Insider Monkey was used to gauge hedge fund sentiments around each stocks that you can refer to in the links provided in the sources of this video in the description. On the 10th spot, we have Draftkings, with ticker symbol DKNG, traded on Nasdaq. The company operates from Boston as a digital sports entertainment provider, and according to the latest filings, ARK Investment Management owned more than 13.6 million shares in the company at the end of June 2021, representing 1.32% of their portfolio. The shares are worth $710 million, and Wood has increased ARK's stake in the digital entertainment firm by 212% compared to the first quarter of 2021. On the 9th spot, we have Skills, the ticker symbol SKLZ, traded on New York Stock Exchange. The company is headquartered in California and operates as a technology platform offering game developers the chance to monetize their content. Latest data shows that ARK Investment Management owned 24.6 million shares in the firm at the end of the second quarter of 2021, representing 0.99% of their portfolio. These are valued at over $534 million, and Wood has increased the hedge fund's stake in the firm by 310% compared to the first quarter. On the 8th spot, we have Garmin Limited, with ticker symbol GRMN, traded on Nasdaq. Garmin is a Switzerland-based company that makes and sells communication and navigation devices. It is placed 8th on our list of 10 stocks Cathie Wood is doubling down on, and regulatory filings reveal that ARK Investment Management owned 44,236 shares in the firm at the end of June 2021, representing 0.01% of the portfolio. Wood has increased ARK's stake in the firm by 352% compared to the first quarter of 2021. On the 7th spot, we have HEICO Corporation, with ticker symbol HEI, traded on New York Stock Exchange. HEICO Corporation is a Florida-based aerospace and defense firm, and it is ranked on the 7th spot. ARK Investment Management owned 44,790 shares in the company at the end of the second quarter of 2021, representing 0.01% of the portfolio. The shares are valued at $6.2 million, and Wood has increased ARK's stake in the company by 679% compared to the first quarter. On the 5th spot, we have Boeing Company, traded on New York Stock Exchange with ticker symbol BA. The company operates from Illinois and makes and sells aerospace and defense-related products. According to the latest filings, ARK Investment Management owned 74,056 shares in the company, worth $17.7 million at the end of June 2021. These represented 0.03% of the portfolio, and Wood has increased the ARK stake in the company by 724% compared to the first quarter. On the 4th spot, we have Honeywell International, traded on Nasdaq with ticker symbol HON. Cathie Wood, through her hedge fund, owned 31,092 shares in the firm at the end of the second quarter, representing 0.01% of the portfolio. These are worth $6.8 million, and the hedge fund has increased its stake in the company by 859% compared to the first quarter. Moving on the 3rd spot, we have the Trade Desk, traded on Nasdaq with ticker symbol TTD. Latest data shows that ARK Investment Management owned more than 2.1 million shares in the company at the end of June 2021, representing 0.31% of the portfolio. The shares are valued at over $168 million, and Wood has increased stake in the company by 1,073% compared to the first quarter of 2021. On the 2nd spot, we have Reinvent Technology Partners, traded on Nasdaq with ticker symbol RTPY. The company operates from New York, and it is a special purpose acquisition firm According to regulatory filings, ARK Investment Management owned more than 1.1 million shares in the firm, worth $11.8 million at the end of June 2021, representing 0.02% of the portfolio. The hedge fund has increased its stake in the company by 2,547% compared to the first quarter of 2021. Finally, on the first spot, we have Splunk, traded on Nasdaq with ticker symbol SPLK. ARK Investment Management owned 429,357 shares in the company at the end of June 2021, representing 0.11% of the portfolio. The shares are worth more than $62 million, and Cathie Wood has increased ARK's stake in the firm by 4,772% compared to the filings for the first quarter of the year. Are you currently investing in any of these companies? Let us know in the comment section down below. If you'd like to learn more about investing in the stock market and follow the latest news about hot stock, including penny stocks, growth stocks, ETF investing, and dividend stocks, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Here on Momentum Finance, we post several videos every week about investing and financial freedom. I appreciate it if you can give this video a thumbs up, and I hope to see you next time.